In this video, I'm going to explain when to use a comma with and or but. So if you get marked as having a lot of run-on sentences in your writing, this video will help you. So first off, you should always put a comma with a conjunction when it's joining two complete thoughts, but not if it's just joining two subjects or two predicates or verbs. So right off, you're probably going, well, what's a conjunction? A conjunction is a word that's used to join ideas together. And there's only 6 of them in the English language. They're for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. And you can remember them by the acronym FANBOYS. But the two most common ones are and but. So, for example, you do not need a comma when you're just joining two subjects together or two predicates. So in this sentence, Luke runs and swims every day and is joining two verbs, runs and swims. In the sentence, the computer and cell phone are mine, and is joining two different subjects, computer and cell phone, and you don't need a comma before and here. But when we join two independent thoughts together, like Sarah will go to the grocery store and Ben will pick up the kids, now we need a comma before the and that signals the reader to say, hey, I'm joining two independent ideas here, not two subjects or two verbs. So sometimes this can be a little tricky, and I'm going to show you a test to help you figure out if you need the comma before your conjunction. So this is called the before and after test, and what you do is you read everything that comes before the conjunction, so maybe everything that comes before the word and you're going to ask yourself two questions. Does it make sense? And does it have a subject and a predicate or verb? Then you're going to read everything that comes after the conjunction and ask yourself the same two questions. If the answer to any of these 4 questions is no, you do not need a comma before the conjunction. If the answer is yes to all of the questions, then you need to add a comma before the conjunction. So let's practice this. Mary went on a cruise this summer and will go on a ski trip this winter. So we have our conjunction and. I'm going to read everything before it. Mary went on a cruise this summer. Does this make sense? It does. It sounds like a complete thought. Now I'm going to ask, is there a subject and a predicate? So I find a predicate or verb, which is went. Who or what went? Mary went. So there is a subject and a verb. Now I'm going to look at everything after this and I'm going to forget everything that comes before it. We'll go on a ski trip this winter. Does this make sense? No, it doesn't. Not on its own, because my first question is, who or what is going on this ski trip? Okay, so it doesn't make sense. And for a subject and predicate, I do have a verb will go, but I do not have a subject. It's not clear in this little phrase right here, who or what is going to go on the ski trip. So the answer again is no. So if we review our rule, if the answer to any of the questions is no, you do not need a comma before the conjunction. So we had 2 no answers. This means that the sentence is correct without the verb. It should read, Mary went on a cruise this summer and will go on a ski trip this winter. And the reason it's no is because and right here is really joining 2 verbs, went on, or went, and will go. All right, let's look at a second sentence. Mary went on a cruise this summer and Robert will go on a ski trip this winter. So we've already checked out Mary went on a cruise this summer from our last sentence, and we know it makes sense. We know that there's a subject and a verb. So let's look at the second part that comes after the and. Robert will go on a ski trip this winter. Well, that sounds like it makes sense to me. Is there a subject and a predicate? Will go is a verb. Who will go? Robert will go. So there's a subject. So I would say yes. So when the answer to all of these questions is yes, then we know we need the comma before the conjunction. So the sentence should read like this. Mary went on a cruise this summer, and Robert will go on a ski trip this winter. So notice that I put a comma right after summer. And this is needed to show the reader that you're joining 2 independent thoughts together. And if you leave out this comma, it is considered a punctuation error and a run-on sentence.